Welcome to Lucid. My name is Matthew. Today we're going to be talking about growing organic traffic. And in this series, part 5, we're going to be talking about identifying and fixing lost link equity in 404 pages. Now, if you've watched the other videos, great, but this is the most important video to watch. There's a lot of content here. There's a lot to go over here, specifically about 404 page errors and how you lose link equity in those pages and what you can do to fix that to increase your SERP results. So we're going to talk about what organic traffic is in this series, the tools you'll need for your research, what link equity is, how link equity is determined, what lost link equity is in a 404 page, finding lost link equity in 404 pages, how to fix lost link equity in 404 pages. And even though we discuss lost link equity from a broad perspective in this series, we are only addressing fixing lost link equity of 404 pages. I want to clarify that for you so that you know that we're focusing on just 404 page errors here. One of the things that I want to reiterate again, it's really important because linking has such a significant impact on SERP results. So very important that you continue to watch this particular part of our series so that you get the information you need. If you're doing it yourself or you're having somebody else do it for you, at least you know what they're doing and you can double check their work if you need to. Organic traffic, what is it? It refers to the term being used for referring to the visitors that land on your website as a result of an unpaid ad or organic search. Organic traffic is the opposite of paid traffic, which defines the visits generated by paid ads. Okay, very important you know that. We iterate that every time. We just want you to know and keep abreast to what that actual definition is. It's very appealing to people who own websites, own businesses, because organic traffic means a substantial amount, especially if you rank higher in the search engines. You're going to get more traffic, which presents more opportunities for conversions and sales. So that's extremely important to a business and extremely important to you. So here are the tools you'll need. Ahrefs, you can do broken link checker through them. It's free. You can also purchase an account from them and get it in that account as well. If you purchase the Ahrefs version of it, you can get a whole bunch of lists of 404 errors, 404 page notifications, server side. It'll let you know all of them. If you have the free version, it will only give you 10 links. So make sure that you're looking at the paid version if you use it. If you're using the free version, just go through and sort through what you need to sort through. Now, Google Search Console is also free, and it will also tell you what type of 404 page errors you're having or what 404 kickbacks you're getting from the server. So Google will let you know that as well. In this example, we use both Ahrefs and Google Search Console to give you an idea and a concept of it, because in the free version of Ahrefs, you don't get the full disclosure of the links that are kicking back 404s to you. So what is link equity? Link equity, once colloquially referred to as link juice, is a search engine ranking factor based on the idea that certain links pass value and authority from one page to another. This value is dependent upon several factors such as the link page authority, topical relevance, HTTP status, and more. Links that pass equity are one of many signals that Google and the other search engines use to determine a page's rank in the SERPs. To some degree, link equity can be understood as how the flow of a page's ranking power passes from one link to another. In a very authoritative page, it includes a followed link to a smaller site's article. It can be interpreted as a vote of confidence for the linked page passing on a certain amount of authority via the link that followed. Now, how is link equity determined? There are so many different factors to this, but we're going to just talk about the basics of it so that you have an essential comprehension of it. Both internal and external links can pass on link authority. It's important to know that. There are a few important things to consider about this when building link equity, and this is from the broad perspective once again, and then we'll dive into the 404 page side of it. So is the link relevant? If you're linking to a page about fixing a car from an article about how to bake your grandma's secret muffin recipe, well, the link is probably not going to be very relevant, and Google will, of course, know this, and links that are irrelevant may not provide much link authority or value passed on to that page. Is the linking site authoritative? So, linking from trusted sites that have built up their authority tend to pass on more link equity than other links from brand new sites that are just starting out. So, if you're getting a link from another site that's very new, it's probably going to have very little link authority associated with it. Is the link followed? No followed links signal Google to crawlers that they should be ignored and they don't have link equity. However, just because a link is a no follow link doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't have other intrinsic values to it. Is the link crawlable? If a page blocks a crawler via the robot text, the crawler is told to ignore it, and the link won't pass on its authoritative value or any other value associated with it. Where is the link located on the page? This is a huge one. We see this all the time. Links buried in the footer of a page or on a sidebar aren't given as much weight as links in the body of a page's content, with some exceptions depending upon what search engine you're using. The site's architecture helps Google and other search engine providers determine what content is most useful to visitors, so look at it logically. What is the visitor's intent when visiting the page, and how do the links help them achieve that? Be very thoughtful, be very analytical, be very logical when developing your link strategy, and understand that link placement is critical to how the visitors are processing, or the process that visitors will go through in order to find the information that they're looking for specifically. How many links are located on the page? This is another big one that we see. Oftentimes when we get projects in the door, there are a lot of links located on a page. And if your link is one of many hundreds or thousands, it may not be as valuable. Though there's no hard and fast rule about this optimal number of links on a page beyond simple equity, your link may be lost among the many other links, and it's unlikely a user will actually find it in clicking it, which of course devaluates it even further. So you want to avoid that. And that goes back to having the link set up around the visitor's intent. You just don't want a whole bunch of links on there that confuse everybody. What's the HTTP status of the linked page? Pages that resolve as a 200 or 200s or permanent 301 redirects will retain their link equity. While Google has stated that all redirects, including temporary 302s, now pass PageRank on, it's smart to take that advice with a grain of salt. Other search engines may not treat them the same way, like Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo. You know what I mean? It may end up getting lost in the mix. So keep that in mind when you're developing your link strategy, and take that into account when you're planning your ranking strategy or your SEO strategy. What is lost link equity in a 404 page? Here's the brass tacks. Overall lost link equity arises when pages lose authority, topical relevance, HTTP status, and more. When this occurs, the search engine may reduce the rank of the page in the SERP results, which in turn has a negative impact on the overall ranking of your website. Here's a primary example of what we're talking about specifically with 404 page errors or 404 page kickbacks from the servers. Let's say you wrote an article about 3 years ago and it didn't do well, and subsequently you deleted that article from your website. If the article ranked well for some reason in the search engines and contained several internal and external links, and there would be other internal links on that page from your site to that page and back and forth, it may negatively affect the overall ranking of your website or blog, and you don't want that. So to find lost link equity, you can go to Ahrefs. You can use the free version, which is the broken link checker, or you can use the paid version. It's about $82 a month, I think. And you can type in the URL you want to find the lost link equity in, and then click check broken links. At the free version, you're only going to see the top 10 results. In the paid version, you'll see all the results. And it will look something like this. So you'll get a list of results, and you'll also, with the paid version, get the ability to actually download all those results. In the free version, you won't be able to download it. You'll just have to copy and paste those links out for yourself. Now, in Google Search Console, you'll be able to find Lost Liquidity Inc.'s. Go to Google, open up Google Search Console, navigate to the UR account you want to review, click on coverage in the left-hand menu, check each section for soft 404 or 44 errors, click the export button in the upper right-hand corner to download the file as an Excel document or CSV file. Now, this is what it's going to look like in Google. This is actually an example from our website. We've got 0 errors, 0 validated warnings, 101 valids, and then 0 excluded. So we've done a pretty good job of cleaning things up. Be sure to look at what is excluded from Google, and though these links may be excluded, it's a really, really, really good idea to redirect them to an appropriate page. Emphasis on appropriate page. You want that page to be similar to the page that the person clicked the link on, or the link does not longer exist because the page was deleted. You want to redirect them to something similar on an existing page of your site. Before you dive into this and fix those lost liquid links, you want to look at things and you want to consider things. So you want to determine the specific value of the link that has lost equity, and you can achieve this using Ahrefs. Make sure you redirect the non-existing link to a page that has a relevant content. Extremely important to do that. This is extremely important for the success of boosting your site's rankings, because if you direct it back to a page that is irrelevant to what that link used to be, Google may see that and may actually ding you for that. Avoid redirecting all 404 pages to your homepage. If you're getting a kickback from the server-side response because you deleted a page and you then subsequently 302 link those pages back to your homepage, the search engines will see that and they will ding you for it. It will actually reduce your SERP results. And we've seen this time and time again. There's been sites that we've designed and developed for folks, and then going in and doing the SEO strategy, we've seen that at one point many pages were deleted and all those pages were 302 redirected to the home page, and that actually hurt their search engine rankings. So you want to avoid that at all possible. So fixing lost link equities. So there are several different strategies you can use when fixing lost link equity. Due to a page being deleted or even merged with another page for optimization purposes. Sometimes that happens. They say you're looking at two different pages and you're like, well, one is performing really well and we want to migrate this one and merge it into the other one for better search engine optimization, keyword density, things of that nature. When that does happen, you want to make sure that you 302 redirect it to the right page. The best strategy is to use a server-side redirect with the htaccess file to accomplish this. Now, over the years, we've seen people use JavaScript, WebConfig, and several other different versions of strategies that are browser-based or even user-based in the browser to accomplish this by executing a JavaScript or whatever else they want to use. That is not the best strategy. 99% of the time it's ineffective, it doesn't work, and Google doesn't actually see what's happening in browser. So even though they do in certain situations, but it can have a negative impact on things, and it just is not a really good strategic way to do it. And we really want to encourage you to follow best practices and how to do this and use server-side redirects for the purposes of this. So you want to do it in your htaccess file. Now, if you use a WordPress and any other CMS management system, there are plugins that will help you with configuring and managing redirects. If you have WordPress website, we recommend using redirection. Once installed, you can actually find it under the tools menu. It's a great tool, very easy to use, very user-friendly, and it gets the job done. If you're actually hand coding everything, or you're working with another CMS that doesn't offer it, or your developer is trying to figure out a way to do this, htaccess is the way to go. And if you're doing it yourself, htaccess is definitely the way to go. Using the htaccess file, an htaccess file is a control file for Apache servers. The htaccess file is located in the main directory or root directory of your website. And sometimes it's hidden, so make sure you turn on hidden files, you turn hidden files off, and so you can see that. And in the htaccess file, you can actually put a number of statements in there telling the server what to do, including statements about redirects, which is really important for you. So here are the steps to add redirects to the htaccess file. So to create the statement in the htaccess file, you want to first state that you are making a redirect with the statement redirect. Next, you want to define the type of redirect it is. In this case, we want to permanently fix the broken link or the 404 non-existent page. So the redirect type is 301, which is the HTTP response status code for moved permanently. Now, there is a 302 status code that you can use, and that means move temporarily. You don't want to use that because this will actually be a permanent move since the page has been deleted and Google sees a server-side kickback of a 404 page error. Then you want to state the broken URL. We want to redirect somewhere else. So note that the broken link shouldn't include your website's domain name. So no examplesite.com. So in other words, I'm not going to put www.luciddms.com /web design. I'm not going to put that in there. I'm just going to put web design in there. Finally, you want to state what URL to redirect to. For the URL you're redirecting to, we do want to include the domain name, so do include example site or www.luciddms.com /website. So putting it all together, you would have a line in your htaccess file that looks like this: redirect 301 example login http example site.com login.html. So you just want to make sure that the first portion of it is the redirect 301, the type, then / whatever the existing page name was, and then the actual existing page's website page link URL in that code. So that's the way to do it. It works. You may find yourself having to do this, for 20 to 30 pages, or in some cases on websites that we worked on, 200 to 500 different links. So just go in there, do your diligence, look at the status of the 404, and whether it's the soft 404 or regular 404, and go and proceed to do that. One note: if you do see a 404 status for a portion of JavaScript, do not link it out with a 301 redirect. It's important that you know that. Some people have done that in the past, and actually it can cause issues with the site and with ranking on a site as well, because people have done WordPress websites and it kicks back a JavaScript code, and Google sees that, it sees it as a page, and then that page gets deleted, or the site gets redone and rebuilt, and that goes away. And just leave that hanging out there. That's not something you have to worry about. Don't 301 redirect that. So thanks for watching this video. Glad you could be here with us today. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. You can also visit our website at www.luciddms.com for great deals on all our digital marketing service. We're always here. We're always happy to help you. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye.